What up guys, today I'm on the 2015 Kawasaki Vulcan SS. This is a cruiser style motorcycle from Kawasaki. I guess he's riding on the left side. You gonna ride this side? You gonna ride this side staggered? Or do you want me to go up? Okay. This is a cruiser motorcycle. And you know what? The seating position is actually pretty nice. Of course you do have to put your feet pretty far up, but there's nothing wrong with that on this bike. It actually feels really good, and I feel like I have the confidence to lean it over a bit, even though I haven't ridden many cruisers. It's just different, you know, riding this. Clutch engagement is pretty nice. The bike sounds really good actually, especially under wide open throttle, and this is with a stock exhaust, so shifting's a little more difficult because you got this big shift lever up here, and it's I don't know, it just feels more difficult to shift. You really gotta kick it up into gear. Brakes feel really nice and good on this bike though. Clutch engagement is very nice and smooth. That's what I like. Bike has a lot of power actually. It gets up to speed very quickly, and it sounds amazing doing it too. But yeah, so far I'm really liking this bike. Downshifting though, let's see, it's got some pretty strong engine braking, especially in first gear when you let off the throttle.
That bike moves out pretty good.
Yeah, I like it.
You know, it's got a Ninja 650 motor in it.
The 650 motor?
Yeah, the Ninja 650.
Oh really?
Motor, trans, everything.
Wow.
It's got some balls, you know.
Yeah.
A little bit. Maybe not as much as this, but.
It's pretty easy to be smooth on the throttle, which is good, because when you're going around a corner you don't want to give it some throttle and then the bike lets out on you, like that Z09. If you give it too much throttle, oh yeah, that bike is way, I don't know, when you hit the throttle it just jerks like crazy. Lots of vibration in the foot pegs mostly, a little bit in the handlebars, but that's typical of the, well actually most motorcycles will have vibrations anyway. Shift down a bit. Yeah, there's more vibration in the handlebars now, but nothing too bad. This thing doesn't have a gear indicator, and I don't think cruisers usually come with gear indicators. And a fuel gauge, wow, that's crazy. For a cruiser, I'm really liking this bike, that's for sure. This bike's got more than enough power. I don't think it has as much power. Actually, I'm pretty sure that it doesn't have as much power as the Indian Scout. But I think I like this bike a little bit better so far. it's just a little bit easier to ride and enjoy as a cruiser. Not bad for wide open acceleration. It loses some power in the top end. You can definitely feel it. It's got a lot of power, low mid-range, so if you're wanting a lot more power than this, then you probably have to go for the new Indian Scout. But if you want a cruiser that has some good overall power, I think this would be a great bike. And this one feels it feels light, even though it's probably, oh, I don't know, 450 to 500 pounds. It just feels light and flickable, and it's a little different. Oh, pothole, not bad on the pothole. I didn't really feel that pothole as much as I thought I would, so that's good. The seat is pretty comfortable, actually. It's got a nice round shape to it, so it fits the body well, and it's got enough padding, I think, to keep you good for a while. This bike barely needs any help turning. You can just lean it, counter steer it into the corner very easily. Takes corners very nicely. Only thing, I didn't want to lean so hard because I don't know how much clearance I have to the ground, and I didn't want to scrape anything up, so golf cart swag. This bike has a good amount of power, it handles really well, and it's got a great seating position. So my final verdict is yes, I would buy one, but I would have it as my second bike, obviously, because I would rather have a naked bike with some kind of more sporty engine. I'm not a fan of the cruisers for daily commuting, but I definitely would buy one if I had the money for two bikes. So there's a lot of wind coming at me on this bike on the freeway, going about 70 miles an hour. I don't know, I kind of expected there'd be wind. If you're riding, then you know what wind is, and you get used to it. So very easy bike to ride.